Love your yard with a new outdoor space from F&B Landscaping. From a new build to a new project in an existing yard, we listen and give you the yard you want within your budget. Lawns, water features, xeriscaping. We've got the artistic touch and technical know-how to bring the peak of Colorado outdoor living to your home. Reliable, trustworthy. Visit fblandscapes.com to schedule a free consultation today. Well, it's been a very nice Saturday across southern Colorado. Warm for sure. Some of you might have thought hot, but not as hot as what's coming on Sunday. Flirting with 90 in parts of the Springs, lots of 90s elsewhere across the area. If you didn't make it there in the mountain valleys, you weren't too far off of it in a lot of cases. And we continue to have some very quiet weather. High pressure centered off to our west is bringing drier air in, rotating around the high. And that'll be the case here for Sunday as well. So as the atmosphere dries out, getting closer to 50 in the mountain valleys, catching some cool spots way up high if you're camping this weekend. Otherwise, in the 50s and 60s as we start off our final day of the weekend that's going to be hotter. 96 in the Springs. Off of the record goes down easily, I should say. Wish it was off the record. We are going to be off it a little bit in Pueblo. We'll be between 100 and 105 out across the plains. It's another day where there's not a lot of wind other than the outside kind of, normal ebbs and flows of the breezes off of the mountains and plain circulation. 90s in the valley should set a new record for Alamosa. A couple high clouds floating across the area on Sunday. There's an outside chance of a high-based gusty storm up over the mountain areas, and that would produce some cooling, gusty wind, free air conditioning. Think about it that way. Otherwise, though, the heat is the big story. And there are heat advisories that are in effect for Sunday and for Monday. If you're susceptible to it, stay in the shade, stay inside. You got to be out and about, drink water. I went for a run up on the old Santa Fe Trail in Monument up toward Palmer Lake on Saturday. When I took off, it wasn't bad, but man, coming back about 10 in the morning, I was hurting a little bit. So the heat's a real deal, my friends. 105 or so for Pueblo would set a new record on Monday. Colorado Springs will be really, really close. Alamosa taking a record out. It's possible we hit 110 in Lamar on Monday, but late in the day, a cold front comes in from the north, and we may have some thunderstorms around. These may not produce a lot of rain. I think the low-level moisture is looking like it's going to lag behind the front a little bit, but there might be a storm or two around late afternoon and evening, particularly east of the mountains, kind of watching the Palmer Divide and then rolling off to the southeast. You'll know when the front gets to your house if you live east of the mountains Monday night and early Tuesday morning. There's an indication that we might get some gusts up around 40. So you see some of the sustained wind here at 9 o'clock around Eads. Notice at 26, that's the sustained. Gusts would be a little bit higher than that. And crew, that brings in some much cooler air for Tuesday and Wednesday. Chance of thunderstorms. The pattern says a chance of some severe storms, particularly on Wednesday. It'll depend on the low-level moisture. The monsoon doesn't really return to the mountain areas. Eastern slopes could catch some storms. We talk about that in the extended forecast, which, by the way, you can get anytime you want. You can watch the 24-hour channel on Roku, on Fire TV, on YouTube, in the Peaks to Plains weather app, peakstoplainsweather.com. Social media, we push the live channel when there's high impact or life-threatening weather on the way. But we're everywhere you are. Peaks to Plains weather, our weather, together.